How do you do, fellow internet chuds? It is AZG, back with another YouTube video. And, in this specific video, we're just going to talk about, Call of Duty Black Ops 6's multiplayer, because I have quite a bit of opinions. This isn't like a real review going into depth about the game. I'm just giving a kind of opinion from a casual standpoint, because I'm not like these other Call of Duty YouTubers. I'm just a guy who makes videos for fun. And in this specific video, like I said, I'm just going to go over my opinions on Black Ops 6's multiplayer, my positives, my downs, what I like, what I dislike, things like that. So, let's get started talking about this. Also, guys, sorry for the inconsistency in content. I've just had a lot going on in my life. I'm not going to keep us on this too much longer, but yeah, let's just get started. Starting off with the positives, let's talk about the guns. I actually really enjoyed the way the guns feel in this game. Especially the SMGs. I really like using the... Well, I don't really like using the Tonto. I think that's like the one SMG I don't like using. Even though everyone says use it, I think its slow fire rate is kind of just not for me. I mean, you gotta be good to use it, but I like the way the guns feel in the game, especially the SMGs. Like, the KSV is fun, the PP19 is fun, the MP5 is pretty sick. I like the MP5 in this game, and the rifles are pretty solid, too. I think my least favorite, though, is the Goblin, because I don't fucking like using semi-automatic rifles. I will tell you this, though, I feel like sniping in this game is not really as fun as it has been. Like, I thought sniping would be a lot more fun in this game. But at the same time, I'm not really a sniping guy. I like run and gun, fast-paced gameplay. So, I mean, that's just an opinion. I'm not really the sniper guy. But yeah, I mean, the guns are pretty solid, and especially the animations on them, they're fucking immaculate. Like, wow, holy shit. And this is like, there's a lot of really nice attention to details, especially like if you hit the inspect animation while your gun is empty. It's really cool looking how your character will just like rack the charging handle multiple times to kind of just show that the gun is empty, which is something they had in Modern Warfare 2 as like a little attention to detail that they did remove in Modern Warfare 3 for some reason. They didn't remove it in Modern Warfare 3, it's just they didn't have that same level of animation and attention to detail in that game. But yeah, that's the guns. Let's talk about just the absolute baller the gameplay is. Like, dude, the gameplay is pretty fucking awesome. Okay. I never really liked the most recent like movement in the game, like in like the most recent Call of Duty games. Like, I'm not really a big fan of Modern Warfare 2019's movement, even though everyone praises it. I don't really like the movement. I don't really like Modern Warfare 2019 as a whole, to be honest with you. However, I like the movement in the gameplay of this game because they take like all the negatives of Modern Warfare 2019 and all of its predecessors and just actually expand upon it with its omnidirectional movement. It feels very fluid. It doesn't feel like I have to fucking slide cancel around every corner, and the gameplay just feels fun. Plus, you can like dive, which is funny because in Modern Warfare 2 and Modern Warfare 3, they had the dolphin dive feature, but I never really saw myself using it unless I was like trying to capture points. This game though, like, you can literally like dive and be like fucking Max Payne, dude, and just like just be an absolute boss. Like, I think it's pretty cool, pretty solid shit, I must say. Like, the movement is just so fresh, and it really plays into like the actual gameplay of the game. Another thing I'd like to talk about is perks. Perks are pretty solid in this game. I like the new perk system where it's not really new. It's more of they just added a new feature to it. So I'm gonna correct myself right there. They added a new feature, which is when you run like 3 of the same like perk class, because like it's all based on like a color-coded system. If you run like 3 of the color-coded perk classes and shit, you get like a bonus, which is really cool. I should note, when you run all blues, you get the recon thing or whatever it is, and people have been doing nothing but non-stop complaining about it, which, I mean, they can complain all they want. I don't really care because I don't use it. Like I said, I'm a run and gun type of guy. I can understand why it'd be pretty bad for maps like Nuketown, but I mean, I've never had my own personal issues with it. So, I mean, that's just my opinion on that. But the perk system in this game is pretty good. They brought back wild cards, and, I mean, there's nothing really more to say. They brought back the wild card system from Cold War, which was pretty solid. And, yeah, that's, like, quite a handful of positives I have to say about this game. Let's talk about some negatives, because I do have a fair bit of negatives and critiques of the game. So, yeah. So, starting off with the negatives I have for this year's Call of Duty, it's really just a lot of the maps are just bad. I think I only like a handful of the maps in this game. In the handful of maps. Surprisingly, I like Red Card, even though everyone hates it. I actually think that map is fine. I understand why people dislike it, because its layout's really weird, but I don't mind Red Card. Skyline is pretty fun to play as well. I like Skyline, and I like I forget the name of the map. I think it's Payback. It's called Payback. That map is also pretty fun. I like those 3 maps, and those 3 maps only. Other than that, every other map I played on is utter shit. Like, I do not like it at all. And even Nuketown this time of year just doesn't feel right. Like, I thought Nuketown would be really cool and solid to play. But, really, with the with how long these games go on for, it just feels like Nuketown is better off as a 1v1 map. And I honestly feel like Nuketown played so much more fluidly in Black Ops Cold War because you didn't have tac sprinting. Again, that's just my critique. If you want to disagree with me, the comment section's right there. But, like I said, I'm not really the biggest fan of how Nuketown is in this game. I mean, I don't know. Like, it's the same layout, but it's because of the gameplay, it just feels really off to play. And that doesn't mean, like, I'm not saying Nuketown is a bad game, or not game, bad map. And I'm not saying that, like, it doesn't always, it doesn't always play horrible. It really depends on game modes, especially Hardpoint. Hardpoint just fucking pisses me off every time I play it. And to be fair, I'm a casual who plays, like, utter dog shit. But even then, like, I don't know. It's the map designs and the layouts just, they don't really tickle my fancy, and it pisses me the fuck off whenever I play. But let's talk about another thing that I would like to criticize, and it's the skill-based matchmaking. Skill-based matchmaking, if you thought it was bad in the years prior, it's pretty fucking bad in this game, because you'll have, like, one pretty solid game where you have, like, an above-average KD, you're doing pretty good, and then now, for some reason, you're playing with, like, members of fucking FaZe. Like, you're literally playing ranked games. I don't know why we're still using this dog shit ass system that nobody fucking likes. And what's crazy is, like, people will constantly criticize the Call of Duty devs for their shitty skill-based matchmaking, and as they should. The skill-based matchmaking is fucking dog ass. And really, either you turn it the fuck down to where people can actually enjoy the game, or you just fucking remove skill-based matchmaking and bring back the old lobby system, because that would be 1,000 times better than just, oh, one game, you know, you do really solid, and then the other game, I'm playing with fucking, like, every member of FaZe, every member of Optic, and just so on and so forth, you know? It's like, it just doesn't feel very rewarding after playing a good match. It just feels like you're being slapped in the fucking face. Because in the older Call of Duty games, let's just say you have, like, a lot of really good games, you can keep playing, you know, for fun, but then, like, let's just say later on, you hop off, then you hop back on, you get into a game with sweats, you know what you can do? You can just leave the game, and, or not leave, like, you can just leave, dude, and just go hop into, like, a new game without having to worry about the super skill-based matchmaking. At least that's how I remember it. I could be wrong. If you want to correct me in the comment section, feel free to. And, yeah, I mean, that's really one problem of skill-based matchmaking. It's just kind of a pain in the dick to play with SBMM so fucking strong in this game, and I really wish they would cool the fuck out on that. And I think my biggest and final critique is just spawn placements on the maps, especially on Babylon. Dude, the fucking spawns are god-awful in this game on, like, every map, because for some reason, you'll spawn, like, right where the enemies are, and then they'll just insta-kill you off spawn. You could just say skill issue, you could say get good, but to me, that's not a skill issue. I think that's just terrible fucking game design, where if, like, I shouldn't be spawning in and dying right away. A big critique I have, like, for, like, the past couple Call of Duties is with shipment. Because of the fast movement and gameplay of Shipment, you fucking spawn in and die right away. While I feel like an older Shipment, because the game is much more slowed down and at a much slower pace, it's actually much more viable to play Shipment. I understand because of new map, new Call of Duty, small, blah blah blah. Like it's like the only game mode people play. But in my personal opinion, I just fucking hate the spawn placements in this game. They're just terrible. I think the only game where I would say that the spawns aren't terrible, or like not game, the only map I should say is probably Payback. Maybe Skyline, but even then it's fucking ass, bro. And honestly, dude, there's just so many things I love about this game, but also so many things that make me just want to just fucking crash out, bro. Nonetheless, though, Black Ops 6 multiplayer is not the worst thing ever. I think it's way better than Modern Warfare 2019. Way better than fucking Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 2022. Definitely better than Modern Warfare 3. Better than Vanguard, and better than Cold War. It's definitely the best since we've had for the last couple of years. And overall, I mean, this game is solid. Again, if you want to disagree with my opinions on this game, feel free to in the comment section. I'm all ears. I'm all open. We can talk, we can debate, we can do whatever. But overall, this video has just been my unbiased personal opinion of the game. And yeah, I mean, yeah. In the future, I will talk about campaign and zombies, but for now, we'll just leave it at multiplayer because I've been playing a lot of multiplayer recently. Zombies, I'll get into that. I'll open that can of worms eventually. And I'll tell you this, I have a lot of positives to say about zombies this year. Some negatives, but also a lot of positives. More positives than negatives. Anyway, this has been AZG, coming at you with a Call of Duty video, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace out.